family and fans, welcome back to our channel. I'm your host, Fania Thomas, and today we're going to be talking to the director and one of the stars of the upcoming film First Date that's premiering at Sundance this week. We have Tyson Brown and Manuel Crosby. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our talk. Tell us about the script.
A big part of the script for myself and Darren, who I collaborated on the project with, was just to give every character, first of all, like an inner life, stuff that they cared about and were concerned with, kind of outside of the main plot, to get the sense that the story was like bigger than what you get to see in this one night as a viewer. And then we love movies where colorful characters come into the story. You're not sure how everybody connects, but then you kind of find out, as the movie goes on, and, fun, entertaining conflict between people. That was a big part of the story, really. It's kind of, there's so many different relationships going on throughout the film. I mean, it's about a guy and a girl starting a relationship, perhaps, but there's all kinds of other familial, romantic, other sort of relationships that are overarching throughout the story. And that was a really fun thing to create.
Speaking of the story, is there any of this actually happened to you in your real life? Maybe not the drugs and like the shooting and the killing part, but like.
Well, that was what happened to me, actually. When I was on my first date in middle school. After it. No, I'm just kidding. I do relate quite a bit to the character of Mike, just personality-wise, as does Darren, and I think. Having also grown up in Valley Springs, even though it was like a heightened version of that town, there's always little things that you draw from yourself for certain characters, and even other characters besides Mike as well. But I definitely related to his experience, kind of, the awkwardness of the teenage years,
For sure. Speaking of Valley Springs, talk about why you chose to film in your hometown.
Well, Darren still lives out there, and we've been collaborating on short films for like 10 years and shot all of them in that county. And it was just kind of, you have so many memories from growing up and even currently just driving around. You kind of know the scenery, you know these locations, you just kind of know this feeling. And we thought it would just be the perfect place to set the story for that reason. And it also helps that it, having known so many people in town, especially Darren, there's just a lot of people who want to help you bring something like this to life, whether it's, I have to like check out my living room, might be a great place to shoot your scene, or, I know this location over here. Oh, you need this kind of truck, I can figure that out. So it just kind of, it's like becomes a community effort to make a movie in your hometown, which is cool.
I love that. That's so dope. Speaking of the community and the people there, now let's talk about the process of choosing Tyson.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love telling this story. So we're casting kind of, trying to keep it as local as we could. We tapped into Sacramento quite a bit, which is nearby. That's where Tyson was at. He sends in a video audition, and in the beginning of the video, he's like, "Hi, I'm Tyson Brown. I'm sorry, I've never done a video audition before. I'm new to acting, so I'm sorry if I mess up," or something to that effect.
Yeah.
I was just laughing so hard. I was like, before he even got into the script, I was like, this is the guy. So we met him and, clicked, and then we had him do a screen test with Shelby. They had the chemistry like that, and we just knew. You just feel it, feel that spark.
Yes. So Tyson, what was the audition process like for you from your perspective?
In the beginning, it was exciting and nerve-wracking because, like you said, it was my first time auditioning for something, especially for something this big. So I was just excited to take this journey on, like just the audition process. I kind of took one thing at a time. I wasn't just like, oh, I got to get this part. It was just like, all right, this is the opportunity. Let's just use this as practice right now because I don't know what could happen. And so I auditioned, submitted it, and then they came out to meet me in Sacramento. And I was confused, like, do I have the part? And then they were like, yeah, you got one more audition, which was a screen test. And it was with Shelby, and there was another actress there that was trying to go out for the role as Kelsey as well. And then there was another guy there going out for Mike as well. And so I was like really nervous because I'd never been in that situation. And but for some reason, when Manuel or Darren would call action, I would just kind of snap into it and just get to work. And it worked. It worked out.
Talk about how you made Mike your own character, how you built the character.
So I stemmed a lot from my middle school to like 10th grade years, because I was a really like shy person, didn't really want to put myself out there and stuff like that. And then just stemming from other characters from TV shows or other films that I like, or other actors or actresses I like, and just using that as just kind of a background. And then I read the script and made my own kind of backstory for Mike as to like why he is the way he is, and yeah, just kind of all that kind of history to leading up to where you see him in the film. And so yeah, just kind of went on this mental journey and notebook journal kind of journey as well, just to help create him, make him more of a real person than just like I don't know, just like a character in a way. I don't know. But another big help was like Manuel. Like, just I will always ask him for help. Like, what do you envision this character? Or like in certain scenes, like, hey, how should I do this? Or he'll pull me to the side and like, hey, let's try it this way or try it that way. And that also really helped a lot too. Helped me to relax a little bit more, because like he'd allow me to like improvise certain scenes. Like I would read the script, and I didn't have to go verbatim sometimes from the script. He was like, you know what do you feel Mike would do, and how he would say this or how he would look and stuff like that. And then another another big thing would be the facial expressions. I practiced that in the mirror a lot, because like I just noticed like in the beginning of the film, a lot of the beginning, like he doesn't really talk that much. So I'm like, he must express a lot on his face. So I just thought of that naturally. And then I try to think of like facial expressions that he probably doesn't know he's doing, but people see him doing, and just kind of just took a hold of that.
Is there any tips that Manuel gave you?
To relax. Tells me to relax sometimes. Or one major thing is like he always tells me like, let's try it like 3 different ways or 4 different ways in like one scene or one word or a phrase. Like try it in multiple ranges. So that also really helped, because like you get to, as a director, I'm pretty sure in editing, you get to like pick which one you really like which version of whatever the character is saying. Like it helps them versus just like having to stick to just one thing. So.
Now, Manuel, would you agree with that? Does he need to relax more?
I think he did a great job on set, but that is, sometimes people do get nervous on camera, thinking they have to do something exactly right. But all I'm really looking for is, just find the reality and live in the moment. So relaxation can help, even in a scene where his character is not relaxed and terrified, just like, relax your mind for a second and just feel what's happening and respond. So.
No, that's a tip that all of us can use, because I still get nervous going on camera. So yes.
Me too. I need to listen to my own advice.
Tyson, what was your first date like?
I guess I never really had an awkward date. If I wanted to take someone out on a date, because I really enjoy them and I can be myself around them, so I don't really get too nervous in a way. Like with me, even when I was in high school, I didn't like the traditional let's go to a movie kind of thing. I wanted to talk to the person. So I'm like, in a movie, I can't talk to you. Like I can't do that. So it was always probably some random walk or going somewhere fun, something like that. And then probably go to a movie later on. Like never the first thing I do though.
How does it feel to be a part of Sundance Film Festival?
It's pretty unreal. I mean, this was never like a part of our plan for this project. Of course, it's every filmmaker's dream, something, we probably all thought about, but we just figured, we're making our little local movie, and to get that call from Sundance, they actually made it sound like they had a problem with our submission and needed to ask us like questions to clarify something. I don't know why you need to do that on a Zoom call, so I don't know why I didn't pick up on this, but they told us and I was just like speechless. So yeah. But it's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling.
It's pretty surreal. Like every day, even today, like it's premiering today and I'm still just like, what? Like we're in Sundance? Like it's so unbelievable, honestly, because like when I messed around with cameras since I was a little kid, and I never really been in front of the camera until First Date pretty much came along. And so like I knew about Sundance, and I'm always like put it way in the back of my mind, like, yeah, that'd be cool, I guess one day, but I don't know how I'm gonna get there. and then to actually be in it now, it's just like, what? Like, this is crazy. So, and it's just great to see like my parents just so happy. Like I think that's one of the best parts.
Well, we hope you guys had a little fun and enjoyed the conversation. Don't forget to hit the notification button because we're going to be having interviews and chats dropping all month long. And also don't forget to hit subscribe. See you on the next one.